Absolutely. Here's your condensed, cinematic, American-style voiceover script for YouTube, 1-2001-350 words. 3-act structure. Fast hook. Emotional highs and lows. Fresh dialogue. And an open ending that invites comments. Ever been fined for swimming in your own backyard pool? No? Well, buckle up. Because I got slapped with $1,000 in a HOA violation for doing cannonballs on my own dime. Yeah, that happened. So picture this, middle of a Texas summer. Sun beating down like it's got a personal vendetta. Sweat dripping off your nose before you even hit the water. My wife Jenny's lounging with a magazine. Our little girl Harper is shrieking and dog paddling. And I'm flipping chicken on the grill. Feeling like life finally makes sense. That's when the universe decided. You look too happy. Ben, time for a plot twist. And cue the real villain Loretta. Queen of the clipboard. Now, you gotta understand. In Willow Springs, every neighborhood's got that one person who acts like she's got a badge and a gavel. Loretta. With her sun hat the size of a Buick and a look that says she eats joy for breakfast. Doesn't even knock. Just barges in. Sticks a neon pink notice on my fence. And goes, "You know this isn't allowed. Right?" I'm standing there with a spatula. Lost for words. What, having a good day? I fire back. She points at the pool. Recreational water use. Didn't you read the latest HOA update? All pools are now shared. You need board approval and proper signage if you're going to use it privately. My jaw hit the deck. Shared? Lady. The only folks here are my wife and daughter. You think I'm hosting spring break? Jenny slides her sunglasses down. Gives Loretta the death stare. Nobody's using this pool but us. You don't clean it. You didn't pay for it. Loretta flashes that tight. Smirking smile. Rules are rules. You signed the charter. She's already scribbling on her clipboard. You keep this up. There'll be more fines. Slams the gate and disappears. I wish I could say it stopped there. But no. That night, I find a bright red paper on the door, $500 fine for unauthorized recreational water use. That's 2 weeks of groceries. Gone in the blink of an eye. So I call the number at the bottom. Expecting a robot. But it's Loretta herself. Syrupy sweet. Benjamin, are you ready to pay or appeal? Appeal. I laughed. Appeal what? Using my own pool? She sighs. Like she's talking to a toddler. It's for community fairness. Ben. Then hangs up. You know. Sometimes anger sits heavy. I sat out there by the water. Legs in the deep end. Listening to the bugs and my own heartbeat. I realized this wasn't about rules or water. It was about power. And Loretta had just declared war. Next morning, it's like someone painted a target on my back. Neighbors I used to wave at now cross the street. Old Mrs. Atkins, who talks to her gnomes, suddenly can't look me in the eye. Jenny hears people whispering in the grocery aisle. Turns out, Loretta already posted in the HOA chat that I was defying community harmony. And right on cue, a flyer shows up in every mailbox. Pool access policy mandatory for all residents. My address. In bold. But the real punch to the gut? Harper comes home from school. Eyes red. Loretta's granddaughter told everyone her dad was a water thief. Harper's not just uninvited from the birthday party's the punchline. Jenny tries to call the other mom. Voicemail. Message received. Loretta's got the HOA goons with her now, three of them. Notepads out. Peering over my fence. Snapping pics of my filter. I step outside. You folks lose a bet? Loretta barely glances over. Routine inspection. You agreed to these terms. One of her pals mutters. Maybe you should move if you don't like it. I've never wanted to hit a man holding a notepad so badly in my life. I show up at the next HOA meeting. Stack of documents in hand. Ready to throw down. But Loretta's got the floor on lockdown. This isn't an open debate. Benjamin, every time I try to speak, she lobs another fake violation. Hostile signage. No usage logs. Refuse to post hours. The board just nods along. Except for this young woman at the end, nervous. Glancing my way. But silent. I left feeling like I'd been mugged by a kangaroo court. That night, Harper crawls into my lap. Daddy, are we bad people? I tell her no. But I'm burning up inside. Here's where the universe cranks the dial. 2 nights later. Security lights flick on at 2 a.m. I check the cameras. And there she is, Loretta. In a bathrobe. Sneaking through my gate. Looking around like she's about to rob the place. And then she dives into my pool. Spends 15 minutes swimming. Splashing. The whole 9 yards. I save that footage in 5 different places. Next morning, unauthorized surveillance, fine $1,000 this time. I kid you not. Jenny's furious. I call a local attorney. Ed. He's crusty. Sharp. They can't actually enforce any of this without due process. But expect more paper cuts. That's the HOA playbook. Meanwhile, Loretta's out there on Facebook. Playing victim. Posting about selfish hoarders. Some neighbors chime in. But the tide is shifting. There's confusion now. People start asking, wait, didn't Ben build that pool himself? I go full home, alone, netting on the fence. Locks on the gate. Motion sensor blaring. Private property, step away. I even make a sign, not your pool. Loretta. Feels good. Loretta sends her right-hand man. Dennis. Your signage is hostile. Communities feeling negative energy. Then stop trespassing. I say. And you won't see it? Another violation. Whatever. That weekend. Someone cuts through my fence with bolt cutters. Nothing stolen. Just a message, you can't win. HOA sends an official notice calling my pool a community amenity and demanding I unlock it. I'm past Karingi go public. I post the security footage of Loretta's midnight swim online. The internet loses its mind. Memes. Comments. People calling her pool pirate Loretta. Twist time, remember that quiet board member? She DMs me on Facebook. Turns out, she's been fed up with Loretta's nonsense too. She gives me screenshots private HOA chats. Other folks complaining, but too scared to speak up. Suddenly, I'm not alone. I take everything videos, messages, fines, photos and hand them to a local reporter. Story blows up. Even county officials get tagged in. Loretta and the board try to bluff Meligo letter. Threats of emergency access under some nonsense clause. My lawyer just laughs. They set foot on your property again. It's trespassing. Period. Next night. Cameras catch another trespasser this time. Dennis. Fumbling with the lock. I hit the siren. He bolts like he's on fire. Posted online. Neighbors come out of the woodwork. She did the same to us. We just didn't have proof. Then comes the showstopper. County inspector shows up. Cool as a cucumber. Checks the pool. Reads the paperwork. Tells me, you're clear. HOA has zero say here. He walks across the street. Knocks on Loretta's door. Didn't see her for days. Emergency HOA meeting. The room's packed. People I've never seen before. I get up and lay it out how this was never about rules or water. Just one person's need for control. The quiet board member stands up. Says, I move to remove Loretta as president. Half the hands go up before Loretta even opens her mouth. She storms out, muttering, You're all being manipulated. Somebody shouts, No. Loretta, you tried to use us to steal his pool. Next week, the fines are voided. Shared pool rule deleted. And the new board president brings me an apology letter. Jenny, Harper, and I celebrate with burgers and laughs by the pool. We repaint the fence this time. Karen-free zone. Harper tapes up a cartoon of Loretta running from a sprinkler. Feels right. And just when I think it's over, the news does a follow-up. Ben, will you finally open your pool to the community? I look at the camera, grin, and say, sure, right after Loretta apologizes. In Water Wings, the clip goes viral. Now here's the real question: what would you have done? Is this justice? Or just another case of neighborhood power run wild? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Because in the end, this story's not just about a pull, it's about standing your ground. And maybe, just maybe, getting the last laugh.